Hey, what is happening, you Brad Pitt wannabe Bronzong? I've been absolutely loving this build of Miraidon lately. And I know I've usually said in the past I think Miraidon is a bad deck, not because I don't think it's a powerful deck. Miraidon is an insanely powerful card. Electric Generator is an insanely powerful card. But in the meta, it never felt like it really was that strong. Had a tough time up against Gardevoir and Turbo Lost Box, which have been the top two decks for a little while, but things are starting to change a little bit. Gardevoir's still probably the most popular deck overall, but Lost Zone decks are starting to switch up a little bit. Not as much of the Turbo Lost Box anymore. We're looking more at that Lost Box Giratina more so than anything, and even stuff like Chi and Pow is becoming more popular as well. And less Gardevoir, less Turbo Lost Box is a good sign for Miraidon, because I actually think Miraidon is pretty solid in the current meta. Before now, I didn't think it was great, but right now, it's feeling pretty solid. I've been loving playing it over on the ladder on PTCG Live. So, of course, Miraidon's in here as our main attacker. Well, secondary attacker, main attacker, second main attacker. I think we attack with Raikou more than we attack with Miraidon, but it's pretty close, maybe just by a little bit. We attack with both of them quite a bit. Of course, the 220 from Miraidon can't be overlooked, even if the Raikou is a slightly more efficient attacker. Can't sometimes reach the numbers to KO stuff like the Chi and Pows and the Arceus Vs that the Miraidon can get to even on that first turn of the game. So 3 Miraidon, the 2/2 Flaffy in here for some energy acceleration throughout the game. We don't need a ton from the Flaffies to keep us going turn to turn, but 2/2 feels like that is that super sweet spot where we don't need any more, but I don't think I want any less either. I think the 2/2 Flaffy is the way to go. Sometimes we set up 2 of them in a game. Usually we just need to set up that 1/1 at some point, or that 1 Flaffy at some point to keep us going. So we got to play 2 of them in here so we don't prize either of the pieces. Don't really want to include like a heavy ball or anything in here. Although I have prized my Squawk ability and Lumineon way too many times for how many games I've been playing with this deck recently. So I wouldn't hate maybe including a heavy ball just because of that. But yeah, 2/2 Flaffy feels great. I don't think I'd ever go up to 3/3. I don't think I'd ever go down to 1/1. 2 Raichu in here for that big heavy hits that we usually need once or sometimes twice throughout a game. That's why I play 2 of them. And even if we only need it once throughout a game, we'd still maybe play 2. Or I guess that's when we'd probably want to include that heavy ball. Because sometimes we're using Raichu V to, like, I don't know, 1-hit KO a 3 prize Pokemon to close out the game. So if we've only seen half our prize cards, it's still prized. But maybe want a heavy ball. Or just play 2 Raichu V, which we have in here. Because sometimes we do need those 2 big back-to-back 1-hit KO hits. And then of course there's the 2 Raikou in here. Not only is it a super solid attacker for 2 lightning energy, but also its ability fleet-footed is a lifesaver. We can start this out turn 1 with the Miraidon, get in the active, draw a couple extra cards with fleet-footed. Sometimes I even see myself or find myself getting both Raikous in play to get 2 fleet-footeds off in a turn, get 2 extra cards to work with to try and get myself out of a dead hand or something like that, and it usually gets me there. So Raikou, super efficient attacker, a little bit of a draw engine, I guess. But yeah, it's really there for being a super efficient attacker. There's 2 lightning energy, or lightning energy and a colorless energy, I should say. We only play lightning energy, so it ends up being 2 lightning energy, but it is just 2, or a colorless and a lightning energy. And then the last of the Pokemon we have here, I mentioned the Lumineon Squawk ability. Squawk ability great in this deck, lets us be a little bit more aggressive in the early game to pull off, especially turn 1 going second, to pull off those big turn 1 attacks with the Electric Generator. So the Squawk ability is sick in here. Lumineon is also super good as well. We generally have quite a bit of bench space to work with, and we put so many 2 prize liabilities in play throughout a game that putting another one on the bench like the Lumineon to keep us in the game by playing a research or something like that doesn't hurt at all. Got the Zapdos in here with the lightning symbol ability that increases the lightning damage from our lightning Pokemon except for Zapdos by 10. And we use that. It's really powerful to KO stuff like Tyranitar V sometimes, or Tyranitar V all the time, I should say. It can be a little bit annoying that we can't do it with the Raikou, but we can always KO it with the Miraidon EX. So we KO the Tyranitar V with the Miraidon EX, and also KOing the Dragonite V as well in the Lost Box matchup. We don't really have a great, efficient way to KO Dragonite. We could use a Raichu, and I have done that before, Raichu to KO the Dragonite, but that makes us discard 4 energy out of play, which means if they reset it up and knock us out, we might struggle to get that return knockout. So it's a little bit more efficient when we can get it the knockout with the Miraidon with the Zapdos. That works out a little bit better. And then I got the Zeraora in here. The Zeraora has actually been super sick. It's like the new addition to the deck, I feel like. It's got that 110 HP. Its attacks aren't too impressive, to be honest. Battle Claw for 30 plus 30. It's an evolved Pokemon for 1 lightning. And then Mach Bolt for lightning, Colress for 80 damage. So nothing too impressive with the attacks, but the reason it is impressive is it's not a 2 prize Pokemon. So it allows us to offset the prize trade so our opponent just doesn't knock out 3 2 prize Pokemon in a row and maybe win the game because of that. When we can kind of fit the Zeraora into our prize trade, whether that be like an early game knockout. I find myself using this a lot against Chi and Pow. If they open a Frigibax or the Greninja, I can get like a turn 1 attack off with the Mach Bolt or a turn 2 attack with the Mach Bolt, KO with a 1 prizer, and then when they come up with their Chi and Pow to take a knockout, I managed to stay ahead in the prize trade because I got the first KO with a non-2 prize prize Pokemon. So it's really, really good for that. Also really good in the Guardy matchup when they use the Shiny Arcana Gardevoir to get a 2-prize knockout. You can respond with the Battle Claws, maybe hit them with an Iono so they can't just boss up another 2-prize Pokemon and try and take over the game from there. So the Zero Aura has been super sick, to be honest. I've been super impressed by how efficient this card has been. Also has free retreat cost. So it's a Lightning Pokemon we can search out of our deck with the Miraidon. That becomes a pivot as our opponent takes KOs. We push up the Zero Aura so we can pivot into, you know, whatever attacker we need to pivot. If we need to get something out of our deck and get it into play and then go into it, we can do that. Or it gives us the option if we don't get all the cards to maybe attack with the Miraidon, maybe we attack with the Raikou instead, or whatever that might be. It gives us options to work with so we don't have to commit to the Pokemon that we are going to have to attack with by setting that up. We can set up the Zero Aura instead and then retreat into whatever we want to attack with as our turn develops a little bit more. All right, for the supporters, the usual suspects. I'm starting to use that term a little bit more for when we're talking about supporters. I feel like I used to use it a lot when I used to be like Research Marnie Boss. Now it's Research Iono Boss. We do have a couple Arven in here. Arven is a pretty powerful supporter card in this because it finds Electric Generator. More outs to Electric Generator is really good. And it also can find Forest Seal Stone, which can find any card in our deck, but usually it finds another Electric Generator. So Arven can become 2 Electric Generators off the use of a supporter, which is a pretty powerful move to have access to for sure. 4 Electric Generators, of course, the best card in the deck, the most important card in the deck, to be honest. I mean, Miraidon is great, but Electric Generators, which is what makes everything tick and go. For the Pokemon Search cards, 4 Ultra Ball, 2 Nest Balls. We favor the higher Ultra Ball count because we do want to get Lightning Energy cards in the discard pile to use Flaffy. We also want to be able to find Luminion. Squawkabilly we can find with Nest Balls, but the only thing we really need to find after we find our first Miraidon is Flaffy. So that's why we play more Ultra Balls than Nest Balls, because once we find that first Miraidon, that's it. We don't really need to find any more basic Pokemon. The first Miraidon kind of finds all of our basic Pokemon for us. You can use Miraidon to get another Miraidon plus a basic, and then the next Miraidon to get 2 more basic Pokemon, and then your bench is fully set up. And at that point, all you need to find is the Flaffy, so heavier Ultra Ball count. A couple switch cards here. Resetting Miraidon's nice. Getting from the active to the bench is nice. So 1 Escape Rope, 2 switch cards. And we also have 2 Beach Court in here as well. Some kind of Stadium to bump Pats at the Peak is nice. So we got a couple Beach Courts in here for that. I think it is probably the best stadium cards to run in here. I can't think of anything better overall. Maybe Pokestops could be okay as well. More ways to find the Electric Generators, but the pivot ability through the Beach Court to be able to like push up Raikou V, use Fleet Footed, get that extra card to work with can be a pretty big game changer. And then, you know, retreat into whatever we're going to attack with for the turn. And the switch cards are also kind of clutch with the healing sometimes, specifically up against a Lost Box matchup. So those are pretty nice as well. And a big addition to this deck actually from the Paldea Evolved set is another big addition, I should say, because Iono was also a pretty big addition, but the Bravery Charms have been super sick in here. Getting Miraidon out of range of something like the Dragonite V has been super sick. Using it early on a Raikou or a Miraidon to make it harder for the Gardevoirs to get their first initial knockout has been super sick. I've also been doing this play up against Chi and Pao where I'll bench double Mareep because I want the possibility of double Flaffy. And I'll only evolve one of them to Flaffy, and I'll immediately try and get a Bravery Charm on the other one. So if my opponent uses Greninja to KO the Flaffy plus snipe the Mareep doesn't get KO'd. Now, this can be a little bit risky if they play the Vacuum, but I haven't been seeing as many lists playing the Vacuum lately. And then it gives me the ability to get into double Flaffy if I want to, or if they commit to the Greninja play, they only get 1 prize card, and I just don't evolve the Flaffy to the Mareep to the Flaffy throughout the rest of the game, and I'm also fine with that as well. So it kind of makes them use their Greninja for only 1 prize card, which still generally puts the prize trade in my favor. So that's a pretty cool play that I've been doing. But yeah, if they play Lost Vacuum, and you know they play Lost Vacuum, don't try that play because they'll be able to play around it, but it's kind of a cool play. Also stuff like Bravery Charm on Zero Aura to play around Cram getting the knockout. The Bravery Charms are just kind of sick. I've also been putting them a lot on my Squawkabilly and my Luminion to stop like Arceus decks from like turn 2 knocking out my Luminion or my Squawkabilly. Of course, if I have like a Raikou in the active, they can still Choice Spell KO my Raikou, but if I got a Miraidon in the active, they can't do that. And then maybe I put a Bravery Charm if I have a Squawkabilly or Luminion on my bench, and all of a sudden the Arceus turn 2 can't get a 2-prize knockout, which is, yeah, it's pretty cool. 14 Lightning Energy. I honestly wish I could fit more. I don't think I can fit anymore. So we got to rock that 14. But honestly, I wish I could fit more because when the generators whiff, it really hurts. When they hit, it's cool. When they whiff, it's not so good. And it really is kind of like I said, it's what gets everything going, what gets everything ticking. The electric generators are insanely important to not just find, but then hit lightning energy off of. So if I could play more than 14 lightning, if I could justify cutting a couple cards out of here for more lightning energy, I probably would consider it. But right now we're just sitting at the 14, which feels pretty comfortable. But like I said, generator hits are super important. Once we get those rolling and once we get really ahead with them sometimes, we just can't lose games. So hitting those more consistently would be nice, of course, but we're rocking the 14 for right now. And with that said, if you guys want to check out some more gameplay from me so you can become a master of Miraidon, check out the secondary YouTube channel, AzulGG2. There's a video up over there right now with a ton of Miraidon gameplay so you guys can sharpen your skills on Miraidon. I do make a couple mistakes, of course, but it's pretty good nonetheless. Let's go ahead and let's jump into some action here on the main YouTube channel, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Gotcha. I just Billy this? I'm thinking about Billying this. I don't hate the hand, but I kind of want like Mareep, but I don't know. Yeah, Mareep. I could put the Force System on the active and just leave it there, right? I don't need to like actually. Oh wait, I should have Nestball for a Miraidon. Bro, I just like zoned out so bad there. Yeah, what the heck am I doing? I should have taken a Miraidon there. Dude, I'm trolling. As you can tell, I'm not a mid-Miraidon main. You see the guy who took his Lost Stone as his hand got a year ban? I did not, but now I know. Where did it happen? Or how do you know? Is it just one of those things where everyone knows now? Dude, they really just need to make the ban list public. They just really need to make the ban list. They just need to make the ban list public. It's like so crazy that it's not just public. It's like not that crazy, but it's like weird that it's not public. Dude, not taking Miraidon there was so bad. Like that was insane how bad that was. All right, Nestball, get a different Miraidon. Go ahead and get ourselves some. I think we just grab Mareep and a Zeraora. Have the pivot and more energy acceleration, hopefully. And then Arven, get ourselves Generator, and I guess a Bravery Charm. But I don't even know where I'm gonna put the Bravery Charm. Maybe on the I kind of want to hear, to be honest. I could just use this to get another generator, but if this hits 2, then I would want this to get a Flaffy. Maybe I have to get a Flaffy anyways, actually, right? Yeah, I have to get a Flaffy anyways. Yeah, this is always getting a Flaffy here, actually. I take it back. Dude, the fact that I didn't get the Miraidon off the Nestball was so bad there. I posted it on Twitter that his ban was confirmed this morning. And I'll check that out. I could put the Bravery Charm here. It might be better on a Raichu later. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it here though, because otherwise I could go boss KO and then go KO KO theoretically. And if I like whiff a KO, then at some point I guess that puts them ahead in the prize trade. We'll go with this. This seems fine. Alright, I'm drawing my prize cards in order. I gotta get used to it. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that they could have double turbo plus. They could go boss K on my Raichu here. Unfortunately, that'd be kind of unfortunate if they got that. I don't have a good answer to them doing that, to be honest. I'm not surprised that I didn't see anything on Twitter, but I'm surprised that Dario did get banned. Yeah, definitely not surprised. I think they're just going punch active. That's pretty weak, to be honest. If they only have punch by active here, that's pretty weak. Pretty weak play. Maybe they have a little bit more. We'll see. How am I not surprised? I never banned anyone. That's just not true, though. That's just not true. Do have a bot. Ooh, going for the Does this really do a whole ton? Because now I can just send up Zeraora. I didn't have to hard treat my Miraidon. It's probably, well, yeah, I guess punching my Miraidon is pretty pointless as well, though, right? Yeah, Ice is fine. Is that the... You're literally wrong? No, I'm not. You said they don't ban anyone, but they do. You're wrong. I'm not wrong here. You're literally the one who's wrong. They do ban people. Just because they don't ban everyone that you think should be banned doesn't mean they don't ban people. What a terrible take. What do I even get here? Just to back up Raichu, I guess? I guess. Or, actually, I could get... Well, I have a Raikou in hand, but I could get Raikou, so I can bench it, retreat to it, draw a card off, switch card. I kind of like that, actually. Yeah, just because they don't ban everyone you think should be banned doesn't mean they don't ban people. That's just not... It's literally just not true. They literally just banned Oliver. Now they just banned Dario. They maybe banned people before that as well. Oh. And then I... Bravery Charm on Raikou. Ban Eder. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not saying other people shouldn't be banned, but I was reacting to your statement. Your statement was they never ban anyone, which is not true. Doesn't mean they couldn't ban more people. I'm down for... I think there's some more people in the Pokemon TCG who should be banned. Now, how long the ban should be, that I'd have to think about a little bit longer, but... I'd have to think about that a little bit longer, but... I don't know where I'm attaching for turn here. I want to spread out my energy a little bit. Well, let's put it here, actually. 1, 2, 3... I'm probably get rid of both of them off the active, because that's one that's most likely to probably get KO'd here, and I do have to do 5, so we get that KO. But now I can just 2-hit KO a Giratina from here, actually. And everyone who beats me. The guy who used to TO in my city is permabanned. Interesting. Pikachu EX greater than Zeraora. Good to know. Unfortunately for you, there's no Pikachu EX, so... Long enough that I remember Gino's ban. I remember... I was literally at the tournament where Gino got banned. Dario, Scarno. How do you... It's not... Is that how you pronounce that last name? Scarno? Is his name right? That is his name, yeah. Yo, what's up, Benji? Alright, there's the knockout. But like I said, I don't have to 1-hit KO this Tina. I can just 2-hit KO it and I just win the game, so. There's a Pika EX though. Yeah, but they meant Pika V for sure. Also, I don't think Pika V is better than the Zeraora. Dude, stop. Dusting my Pokemans. 2 generators, okay. With 2 generators left, I'm feeling pretty confident at this point. Can I just punch them with this? What does this do? This is an evolution Pokemon, right? This is an evolution Pokemon? Just punch it for 60. Load up some energy on the bench. Pika EX, not V. Wait, you think Pika EX is better than Zeraora? Wait, does Pika EX have free retreat cost? I mean, it seems to make sense to punch with Zeraora here, but maybe I'm wrong with that. Oh shoot! All right, my bad. I was like, you have to be talking about Pika V. All right, I'll read Pika EX after this. You've convinced me. I mean, I may as well do this, right? I think I might as well. We'll see. The potential for fleet-footed draw. Oh, I guess in this situation though, I have to kind of attack with... Well, no, I can put one on the Raichu. Just deal 60. That seems fine, yeah. HP is 190 though. Gives 2 prize cards. I mean, what is the attack? It has to be about the attack, right? 30 damage. Dynamic Ball 220 with one of Tails. Discard all energy from this Pokemon. What? This Pokemon sucks. This is just bad. That's just bad Zeraora. Yeah, that card is literally just bad Zero Aura. Doesn't have a good attack. If it had a good attack, if it had attack comparable to Zero Aura, then I could see it. But no, I'd have to have a better attack. I'd have to have a better attack than Zero Aura. Because the point of Zero Aura is that it's a one prizer as well. That's like the point of the Zero Aura, it's like a one prizer. Miraidon EX, new one. That thing doesn't seem worth playing. I looked at that. I don't think it's worth playing because so the thing that it does is it hits for 150 damage and it does accelerate an energy into play. But the problem with it is that like you could just attack with a Raikou for 2 energy instead of 3 energy, and then you're effectively gaining the same amount of energy in play. So that should be game, right? Send this up, load up, attach, retreat, bonk. And I use the Force Seal Stone so much. I feel like I never, even in matchups where I would like theoretically want to use this guy as Seal Stone, I feel like it's just not going to come up. It's also kind of hard to find as well. Like I'm not seeing that many cards to actually be able to pull off the. Not like a Guardy deck that sees a million cards to pull off the Sky Seal Stone. So I feel like the Sky Seal Stone should probably just be second Force Seal Stone, to be honest. But I'm not convinced yet. I'll keep it around for a little bit, but yes, I can go. This and Raikou, and then this for double sheep. Then how do I want to get to the bench? Oh, I have where did the dude? I did not see I had this generator. I probably hold the Beach Core because I don't know what I'm playing against. I might want to be able to. Well, they're playing Greninja, so no, with the switch card. I probably generator. You're supposed to usually use fleet-footed first, but I'm gonna generator first here because I want to like hit a draw. I'm trying to find like a draw supporter or something off this fleet-footed. I'm trying to find energy, so genius. All right. I kind of want to touch active. This lets me attack with either of these on the next turn, depending on what my opponent's actually playing and what they do. Ooh, okay. Well, they can't do anything turn 1. Yeah, they don't have any like turn 1 shenanigans that they can do. I guess I could have got 2 Raikous. Well, no, but then I don't have room for Luminion. Were you aware that I could use Raichu's attack going first? Yes, yeah. I wouldn't use it here. It's literally in the text. Yeah, but how many times have someone think a card does when they don't know what it does? Double Flaffy is tough against Gian. I mean, I'll forget the 2 prize knockout. We don't really care if they go with the Greninja play because then we're still just up in prize cards. If I bench double Flaffy going second, that's when it can be a problem, but I guess it still allows him to use a 1 prize attacker though, doesn't it? Well, hold up. I could just like Bravery Charm one of my Mareeps and it takes away that play from them. That's actually kind of funny. I'm going to do that. Because then if they want to snipe them, it's like, okay, that's fine. I just want to evolve to a Flaffy. I might need more energy at that point, I guess, but I guess the question is, should I go for Raikou attack on Palkia, or should I go Miraidon attack KO Chien Pao? I'd rather have them set up the Palkia and attack with the Palkia than attack with the Chien Pao, because Chien Pao's a little bit harder to deal with. All right, so no, because I might want Luminion. Well, in this situation, I don't really want Luminion, but yeah, this situation, I'm kind of fine without Luminion. Okay, easy prize in the matchup. Yeah, but that's why I think I want to do it later. Take away Star Portal. I don't know. I don't really care if they have access to Star Portal. I feel like it doesn't really do that much for them. Candy of Excalibur literally does the exact same thing. I don't really want to lose my fleet-footed here because this is my out to draw powers. So if I KO the Palkia, I want to KO with Raikou. So I think I'm going to go after a Chien Pao here. Yeah. I think that makes more sense. I don't even have any energy in here to accelerate. I guess I didn't need to put the Beach Court in play then, to be honest. Probably shouldn't have put the Beach Court in play. Should I assume that they get a knockout off? Well, I guess let me see if I want anything here. Do I even want anything? Not really. I mean, if they don't take a knockout next turn, I'm still feeling pretty good. So I think I can bench a Zero. If they take a knockout, then I'll be able to have room for my Luminion anyways. Yeah, it seems fine. Yeah, I don't think I care too much about them having access to Star Portal. Maybe I do. Maybe I care a little bit more than I think I do, but If I boss KO the Palkia with my Raikou, then I lose my Fleet-Footed, which is like my only draw power right now. So I kind of want to keep the Fleet-Footed around. And it'll probably break down similarly anyways as the game progresses. I guess that was an opportunity for a Raikou. Well, I could have put another Raikou in play though, right? Yeah, maybe I messed that up. I could have just like grabbed another Raikou off of Tandem Unit and then had access to another Raikou on the next turn. Yeah, I think I messed that up. What I should have done though is I should have gone Raikou, KO, Chi, and Pow, because like I'm not always going to be able to have a Raikou be able to KO, Chi, and Pow. So I should have gone Raikou, KO, Chi, and Pow that turn, because that's like the most efficient my Raikou will ever be to be able to KO, Chi, and Pow. So if they bench another Pokemon this turn, that's what I'm going to try and do. Yeah, that's definitely the play. Raikou, KO, Chi, and Pow is what I should have done last turn. Because then the Palkia is still there for me to KO with another Raikou later on if I want to. But I don't have to. It's just like an option I can take advantage of if I want to. But yeah, that was the play. Boss KO, Chi, and Pow with Raikou. And then I could, instead of taking Zeraora, I just grab a second Raikou, I think. And then that's my bench. But like right now, yeah, they didn't have to bench this. They did bench it though. So now the Raikou can once again KO, Chi, and Pow as long as I bench something. Which I'll probably be benching Luminion for research here or something. But we'll see. So now I can go with the Raikou into the Chi and Pow, which is still pretty good though. Which of the legendary dogs has been more impactful, Suicune or Raikou? Wait, like specifically the V or the Pokemon in general? I would say Suicune has been more impactful for sure, I think. Actually no, it probably is Raikou because of Lost Box, right? One of them was one of them had an archetype made around it. The other one just kind of existed. There was like the Suicune deck that had the deck build around it, but so I guess Raikou. When was Suicune really good? Finn got second at that one regional with it, and then but it was a deck before then, right? Yeah, wasn't Suicune like a deck before Finn? I feel like it was, but I don't remember, to be honest. I actually kind of want to save this boss as well here. Suicune was online. Okay, that's probably why I don't remember it. It was an online deck. Which isn't to say it's bad, but it is to say it was an online deck. Oh, dude, why didn't I just send up the Raikou, bro? I'm literally trolling. Because I want to use... Well, I don't want to use Fleet-Footed right now. I want to use this first, but... Like, it has the free pivot. Like, I'm... like, I have everything I need here. Fleet-Footed. I think I just set up the Miraidon, though, right? Like, I draw this. But I want to keep the boss. I want to be able to chase a 2-prizer. Although, I don't see how them hitting with a 1-prizer here ever wins them the game anyways. Like, oh, no. Wait. No, this works. I can do this. Grab another... Oh, wait. I don't want to put this in play, though. Dude, I am literally trolling. All right, I'm going to grab it anyways. I'm just not going to put it in play. I'm going to use this to go get another Pokemon. Probably just... I don't know. What is best here? Does this matter? Which one I take? I guess the options is better than the... having the same thing. All right, we still got the knockout. Oh yeah, I just can't evolve that. If I evolve that, then I could lose, because I could go send up Greninja, Iono me, and then I can't draw boss's orders, then I lose because of that. So Suicune Ludicolo is one of the first decks to come out of Evolving Skies. You played it to the... Oh yeah, that's true. I did. Yeah, I remember that now. But that was that pre-COVID, post-COVID? That was what's it called? Well, that was before tournaments came back though, at the full grip tournaments. So has anyone yelled at you yet for saying on the pod Pikarom wasn't good on release? No, but it wasn't good on release, right? Like initially, immediately when we got Pikarom, the deck wasn't good, right? We had to wait for... Pikarom became good after we got another set deeper into the tag teams. That's what I remember anyways. They could Greninja hit Flaffy / Mareep. Oh, they could vacuum, yeah. Coco was out on release. Oh, was I just like trolling then? I remember Pikarom not being good. I remember Pikarom not being good. I don't know why I thought that. Yeah, I remember Pikarom not being good on initial release. Maybe I should have left a... Well, no. If they KO something... If they don't KO something here, I probably win. If they KO something here... Well, no. They could... No, they have to KO something here. I think it was good, but Zapdos still just better. Oh, that was the tournament. OCIC. Yeah, dude, I was farming the Pikaroms, bro. I forget who I played it. The Pikarom was a terrible deck to play when Zapdos existed as a deck, if I remember correctly. I don't really know what changed after that. Oh, Zoroark became better, which made Pikarom good still. Yeah, Zoroark became better, which made Pikarom good still. Because Pikarom was good against Zoroark. I remember now. Dude, I have farmed all the Pikaroms at OCIC that year because we were just playing the Zapdos deck. Yo, appreciate the 8 months there, Edwin. Zapdos Jirachi was better. Yeah, Zapdos Jirachi was way better. That deck was just so good.